Hey, welcome to peakrich.com. My name's Pete. Today I'm going to be talking about sugar, insulin and fat and why sugar makes you fat. Okay, in this video I'm going to be talking about what happens when we eat sugar, when the sugar's in your body, insulin is released, and what insulin does to make you store fat. The video is mainly aimed at people who are looking to lose weight. If you've been struggling to lose weight for a long time and not really lost any, this might be the problem that you're having, so pay attention and you will learn a lot. Keeping things simple in this video, insulin has sort of two main purposes. The first purpose is that whenever you get any sugar coming into your bloodstream, insulin makes your body's cells suck up that sugar so it can use it as energy. Mainly your muscles suck up most of the sugar, and then other cells in your body do too, but the majority of it comes your muscles soak up. So purpose one of insulin is to make muscle cells suck up sugar. Suck up sugar. The second purpose of insulin is to make any excess sugar that's left over turn into body fat by telling your fat cells in your body to suck up that sugar too. So the second purpose of insulin is to turn excess sugar into body fat. Into fat. So those are the two main purposes of insulin. The process works like this: that you eat a sugary meal, that goes into your stomach digests that food and the sugar is released into your bloodstream. Once into the bloodstream, your body releases insulin, and insulin's job is to make your muscle cells suck up sugar. But the problem is, once they're full, the sugar has got nowhere else to go. So the second purpose of insulin is to turn the sugar into body fat. Your bloodstream doesn't like to have too much sugar in it at once. It likes to keep it at a level balance. Insulin's job is to regulate that sugar level. So if too much comes in, your muscles get full up, and the excess sugar that's in your system starts getting turned into body fat. If I were to draw that as a graph, you eat a sugary meal. About here, the sugar digests in your stomach, and as the sugar comes into your system, your body starts to release insulin, and insulin levels drops back down again once the sugar's out of your system. Your muscles can only take up so much of that sugar because they've got a limited capacity. You've only got a certain amount of muscle in your body that can only take up a certain amount of sugar, and then any excess sugar that's left over after that is turned into body fat. The more sugar you have coming at once, the more insulin your body releases, and the higher up that insulin spike will go. But the muscle storage always stays pretty much the same, and you just go into more and more fat storage. So the more sugar you have coming at once, the more fat you're going to store. As a side note too, that insulin also makes you want to go to sleep as well. We know when you have like a big meal, the higher up this insulin spike goes, at the peak of it, that's when you get tired and drowsy. Like after a big Sunday lunch, all you want to do is go and have a lie down, have a snooze. That's insulin kicking in. When it peaks up, all you want to do is go and have a snooze. So how does this affect your weight loss? Well, if you're looking to lose weight, you don't want to have an insulin spike like that, because your body's going to go into fat storing mode. You want to avoid insulin spike as much as you can, so cut out all sugar from your diet if you're looking to lose weight, and you should notice a big drop in your weight. If you're sort of going long periods with not eating anything, then you pig out, you'll get a big insulin spike again like that, and your body's going to go into the fat storing mode, which is what you want to avoid. There are better sugars you can eat in the form of complex carbs. You get mainly two types of sugars. The first one is short chain sugars and long chain sugars. Short chain sugars will be really sweet things like a can of fizzy drink, chocolate bars, sweets, that sort of stuff. And long chain carbs, there will be more things like pastas, brown rices, brown breads. The difference being is that In short chain carbs, the sugar molecules are all free floating, they're not attached to each other. But in the long chain carbs, the sugar molecules are all in a long chain, like that. When the long chain carbs hits your stomach's got to break down all those bonds between these sugars before it can utilise them. When the short chain carbs hit your stomach hasn't got to do any work to those carbs, so because they're all free floating, so they get a big rush of sugar into your system. When you have short chain carbs, you get a spike which looks like that because your stomach hasn't got to do any work to them. They come into your stomach and go straight back out again, and you get a big rush of sugar into your bloodstream. But with the long chain carbs, they're better for you because when the long chain carbs hit your stomach, like I said, the bonds have got to be broken, so you get more of a trickle of sugar coming into your system, and you get a insulin spike which looks something like that. You get more of a elongated one rather than the peak, so you get the muscle storage bit again, but much less fat storage, okay, because of the trickle of sugar coming in. They're just topping up your muscles, but you're not getting enough in, or you're not getting such a rush in of sugar at once that your body's overloaded with it. Then it goes into fat storing mode. So stick to the long chain carbs and avoid all the short chain carbs. So for those of you looking to lose weight, remember, cut out all these short chain carbs from your diet completely. You want to force your body to use fat, not store fat. Having a lot of short chain carbs come in will make your body go into fat storing mode, which is what you want to avoid. You want your body to go into fat burning mode, so you only just want enough sugars coming in from long chain carbs just to top up your muscles, but not go into the fat storing mode. People have asked me for some different examples of the different carbs, so I've given you a little list here. The short chain carbs, these are the things that are really sweet. The sweeter the food is, generally the shorter the chain the carb is. Some examples would be sweets, obviously, fizzy drinks, sweets, sports drinks are very high in sugar. Avoid them at all costs if you're trying to lose weight. Things like cake, chocolate is another one. Any foods too with added sugar as well, so read on packets on the back of the things you're buying to make sure there's no added sugar in them as well. They're going to be quite deceptive, a lot of foods, that things that look healthy can actually have quite a bit of sugar in them. Alcohol, well, not the alcohol itself, but generally the product that the alcohol is in can contain quite a lot of sugar too. Beer, for example, contains a hell of a lot of sugar, and a lot of alcoholic drinks have added sugar in them too to make them taste a bit better. White bread is a big short chain carb too. Brown bread's better because it's more complex and it's got the whole of the grain in it, but the white bread's just got the flour part of the grain in it, which is a short chain carb, so avoid that one. And some examples of long chain carbs would be things like oats, rice, pasta, quinoa, brown bread, generally most cereals that haven't got any added sugar in them. Generally the longer chain carbs are more blander carbs, the less sweet ones, so avoid any sweet things and we'll pick the blander carbs and you won't go too far wrong. Okay, right, just a quick recap to finish up. Sugar-Insulin-Fat, that is the process that your body goes through to process sugar into body fat. Remember, insulin has two main purposes. The first is to make the cells in your body, mainly your muscle cells, suck up sugar. The second purpose is to turn any excess sugar that the muscle cells can't suck up into body fat. When you eat any sugar, you get a insulin spike, and remember, your muscles can only suck up so much of that sugar, and the excess sugar is turned into fat. You get two types of carbs, long chain carbs and short chain carbs. Short chain carbs are the bad ones, which you want to avoid, and long chain ones are the better ones, which you want to eat in moderation but don't overdo on them. With short chain carbs you get an insulin spike which looks like that. which makes you store a lot of fat. With long chain carbs, you get a more of an elongated spike, but you just top up the muscles and you get sort of a minimal amount of fat storage. Hey, welcome to PeteRiggs.com. My name's Pete. Today I'm going to be talking about sugar, insulin and fat, and why sugar makes you fat. Big drop in your weight. You'll feel a lot more energized as well. You won't feel so sluggish all the time, and it will mainly cut out sugar is probably one of the best things you can do to help you lose weight. Thanks for watching my video. Please like and share it with your friends, and pop any questions or comments down below.